We are at the venue Tresor Club today, especially at the Place 4 bar floor. The venue has 3 different floors, the Tresor floor, the Globus floor, and we are at the little place today. And Tresor opened at the beginning of the 90s at Leipziger Straße and had to close 2005, unfortunately, and reopened it 2007 at this place where we are today. For the music scene and community in Berlin, Tresor was definitely one of the main places. After the wall came down and opened, and in the 90s everything was wild and free, and people came together to celebrate their freedom. Also, I mean, I was young, but at that time I couldn't really celebrate that too, but Tresor was the main bridge also when it comes to Detroit and Detroit electronic music scene. They brought over all the artists, the techno artists, to play at the venue, and yeah, it's definitely in the history of Berlin and electronic music scene in Berlin, it's the main club, in my opinion. I worked for Tresor for many years. I started working in 2008, I guess. So I got in touch with the whole scene, with the whole history of electronic music, and especially the history of Berlin and Detroit. So the artists, they came over here, I met them, and at some point I just wanted to go over there and discover their scene and meet all the other artists that couldn't maybe make it over here. I was a photographer already at that time, so my main purpose was like, okay, I want to take photos, that's for sure. Not with a big concept behind, just more meeting them and get to know them a little better. But the closer it came to the date, it should have had a purpose. So I decided to take photos, especially of their hands and ears. So that's how the Hand and Ear project started. If I have to compare the music scene in Detroit to the music scene in Berlin, it's very, very different. Normally I would expect that there is a bigger scene in Detroit because you have so many artists over there, so many talent and so many musicians. It's unbelievable how talented the city is. I don't know if there's anything in the air or something, but the outcome is just impressive. But there is no club scene, there's no club culture. I think the main reason for this is the curfew. There are a few clubs, but I also have the feeling that the house community is bigger than the techno community over there. Also, you would always say, okay, Detroit techno.